Boy, oh boy, man, oh man, we have a lot to talk about. Let's get right into it. Hey, kids, you like stuff? Let's talk about stuff. Everybody likes stuff, right? Let's talk about some stuff because I meant to talk about this on Wednesday and I lost track of time. So let's talk about stuff while I slowly inebriate myself. Boy, oh man, let me just pull everything out of the rabbit hole. Yeah, seriously, where the hell did I have everything there. So, today, as the title and description above says, we'll talk one last thing about Tales of Symphonia, good, the bad, the ugly of it. I'm gonna get into the Mario Galaxy movie review, so if you haven't seen that, yet after 2 weeks, that's about to be spoiled. Got some upcoming plans for streams for the next couple of weeks, months, whatever. We're finally going to get back into 360 stuff because we haven't done any of that in a hot minute, even though that was supposed to be the main theme. And PS3 deferred. So, blah, 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 blah. Where should we begin? Just get my liner notes up on the side. We'll get the things. Okay, here we go. That Tales of Fantasia soundtrack, by the way. Okay. First things first. That's so loud. That should be fine. Okay, first things first. Tales of Symphonia, the final word on what I went through over the last 3 months. I'm gonna make it shorter and simpler and way less dramatic than what I ended it. But for the vast majority of those who went around to see pretty much the entire playthrough, let's condense it down. Just give my honest, brutal thoughts without me being as emotional as I was last time. Holy hell, that game was a trip and a half. What I meant by what I said, and this kind of resonated with me, by what I said is the game was a disaster. It was a train wreck, as in something that was so spectacular, you just couldn't look away. Everything that I said about emotions-wise with that game, yeah, that was all true. When I wanted to cry, I fucking wanted to cry. And I'm more than ever glad that I did at the end of it. Everything that I mostly set out that I wanted to do with the main story, I did. I realized there were a bunch of side quests that I just didn't get around to, but after 3 months and 50 hours of the game, yeah, I was at more than at my limit, so now I know my limits with these games. So these are all just overall general thoughts. I mean, what I liked, I did. What I didn't, I didn't. I guess that's kind of getting into the general things, just getting more specific. As I tried to make a point through and through, the dubcast was definitely good. Thanks to this game, I will never be able to watch Teen Titans or play Black Ops 2 Zombies without looking at Marlton as, Scott Menville. So Scott Menville did a decent job as Lloyd. And I'm impressed with the rest of the cast. Genus definitely played his part as Colleen O'Shaughnessy definitely played her part as Genus. I like Carrie Walgan mostly as Haruko from Fooly Cooly. So seeing her in a different tone as Rain was definitely impressive. I haven't gotten around to any of the Bayonetta games, but seeing Jennifer Hale as Sheena was nice. But the one that definitely hit me the most, though, was Crispin Freeman, Zelgadis from Slayers as Regal. And on that note, like, how do I put this in better words? The companionship, I guess, or like the chemistry between like each character and their side sets. Brain, please work. The chemistry between like Colette and Lloyd was definitely heart-touching, but once we got to the arc where, Regal, what I found out between, Regal and Persea, that was devastating to watch that happen. I definitely felt, this is one of those cases where I actually started to feel bad for the characters when, you understand their backstories, and that definitely related a lot to what I was going through most of the game. As you know, my personal backstory with this game now, or my personal backstory with what I was going through for this game now. So, yeah, I mean, as good as Colette and Lloyd was, which, I mean, Lloyd's such a damn lucky guy for having Colette after going through all that. Yeah, the relationship between Persea and Regal, and especially Persea and her sister, and what Regal did to Alicia. Wow, that was tugging on heartstrings the whole time. Zelos was cocky and penisy as always. I did not like Zelos. I get that was kind of just supposed to be his whole character, but God, that was just annoying to deal with for the entire game. And I'm still mad. I'm still gonna be mad, whether it was intentional or not, that Zelos betrayed the group just like Kratos did. If that was intentional, I'm gonna be twice as mad, but if it really wasn't just to progress the plot, then I'm only gonna be 1 times as mad. But that was dirty what he did. I mean, that was a pretty dirty ending too, leading up to it. I had a gut feeling, I mean, there was one betrayal after the next, but like I had a gut feeling going into the end that Mythos, if Mythos wasn't dead the first time, if he was just gonna come back at whatever, then yeah, he was definitely gonna be the final boss. So the other big kind of turn heel was Kratos revealing to be Lloyd's dad, a la, you know, Luke and Darth Vader, Empire Strikes Back. That, when I had my jaw dropped for that, yeah, that was real too. Which, I get why they were kind of trying to patch things up by the end of the game, but no, after all the stuff that they did for the first time around, especially in the first act of the game leading into the second act, yeah, no, I can't forgive that. So, yeah, the characters that were written well were, I was trying to find a couple more voice actors in, like, the second half of the game, just trying to see who did what, and I really couldn't, because I'm looking up just behind the voice actors' lines, but, like, there was a couple more that I could recognize. Mythos' boy was, Brienne Burzi, who voiced, if there's any Outlaw Star fans, Jim Hawking. So, there was one. James Arnold Taylor, was another one. Darren Norris, obviously, was Brodile, guy who played Tasky and Fushigi Yugi, Cosmo from Fairly Odd Parents. So, a couple Nickelodeon characters in this. Debbie Derryberry was in here. Tara Strong was Persea. Timmy from Fairly Odd Parents. So, overall, dubcast, very well done. What else was there about the game? The first act of the game, I mean, the first 7-ish parts or whatever, so like the first 20 hours or whatever, everything leading up to the first time we went into the Tower of Salvation, that was bad. That was not a good first act for a game. I have a little bit of myself to blame because I definitely took the harder parts where I needed to. Like, there was a point in between, like, going to the, what was it called, like the Tower of Mana. Like, you could go to the Tower of Mana or go to some other town, and I took the harder part, or I took the harder path of that, so a couple of the early bosses, especially that first Tower of Mana, yeah, that ramped up the difficulty, so it wasn't a difficult game, per se. I mean, the game overs that I had, or, like, the game overs and defeats that I had, were all well personally deserved, so I couldn't really complain about difficulty. In fact, honestly, that last part, Mythos wasn't even the hardest boss in the game. I kicked his ass. I kicked his ass on both parts of that. No, the last couple of bosses were not that hard. I think the hardest boss that I had in that, other than that, was it really the Tower of Mana? It was whatever the tower over by Luwin was. That was one of the harder bosses going into the first game. I think the hardest boss, honestly, was probably Volt. Like, Volt and the Tower of Lightning. And that was because I didn't realize that the weapons that I had going into that were actually reviving their, giving them strength. So, a couple of those spirit bosses were tough. But if those were the toughest parts of the games, then that just made the end of the game really easy. It was just getting through it that was tough, and obviously, you know, 40 going in 50 hours into the game for something that I've never done this long on stream before. Yeah, that was starting to be an endurance round. So I mean, I even spoke to Ari about this. Props to anybody who can do this all in a way quicker session than I could, because, 3 months, 18 parts, whatever, we were pushing time, especially for all the stuff that I want to do later. So, that was just most of the complaints that I had from that were just in the first act of the game, though. The second act going in was way smoother, and I was way more intrigued. As if some of you remember, I mean, like, once we got past that first Tower Salvation meeting, getting Colette back was a godsend. And, exploring the first parts of Tetheala, that was probably the best parts of the game. That was where I was having the most fun. That didn't last long, obviously, as we had to get through the rest of the game, going into, snowbanks and whatnot. And then they just started dropping bombshell after bombshell with the plot progression. So, I mean, it's kind of short, and I haven't really experienced as many trials and tribulations with this, but, like, I haven't felt my heartstrings be pulled, and I absolutely hate my emotions being played with, but, like, I haven't had my emotions played with that much since I watched the entirety of Fushigi Yugi, and, if you're me and you know, so... I mean, there's so much more to talk about. So yeah, the length of the game was lengthy. I mean, I'll also make a good point that I don't remember if I said it at the end of this. We're definitely not doing another game like this long on stream, at least for the rest of the year, the rest of the season. I cannot in good conscience dedicate that much time to multiple games through the year, let alone more than one like that. Like, if I'm gonna play through an RPG, and especially this is what I did, we haven't played anything else other than just the in-between Halo 2 breaks. We didn't do anything else on this channel since, like, the end of February. The last time we did any major 360 stuff was the 12-hour marathon during the end of February. It's the middle of April now. We've got time to make up, which is where we're segmenting into later. So, I mean, if I'm gonna do that, it's gonna be all in one session. I'm not gonna have anything else on my plate. We're gonna get that done, and I'm glad I did. So, I mean, I'm just reading through the synopsis of the game. Do I have a favorite character in the party? Obviously not Zelos, blah. I was starting to, I mean, talking about another tangent, I was starting to realize, after playing so long as Lloyd, I could only pretty much exclusively play as Lloyd, so I didn't really give anybody, obviously, as much spotlight as Lloyd, and once I got deeper into the game and had my better party members, I kind of just threw Genus and Presea onto the bench. I didn't really use them as much, if at all, during, like, the second half of the game. That's because, obviously, like, when I got Colette back, during the second act, I wanted to keep Rain on as long as possible because I knew she was going to be my best side character. And then when I was starting to realize that Sheena was overpowered with her attacks, yeah, she was in there. So, I was satisfied with the party that I made, but I felt like I could have just done a little bit more of Genus and Presea. Also on the side, I mean, I did, like, one side quest for Sheena, and that's why her outfit changed during the end of the game. But, like, also on the side, if I did more of the side quests for each of the characters and, develop more into their stuff, I probably could have up-G'd them a little bit more. But yeah, like, if I did any wrong to this, it's probably I didn't give Genus and Presea as much time play as anybody else. But, like, once I lost Kratos, I felt like I was kind of fucked for a little bit. I'm also realizing and just kind of going through the side notes, I technically could have had Kratos join me at the end of the game if I did some things in Flanor, like, the night before, but I guess I didn't do that. So technically, like, there's several paths, but it's all mostly the same ending, but, like, there's several paths to get to the ending, and I just chose one over what most people normally skip. So, but yeah, as far as that, my favorite character, I mean, obviously all applies to Lloyd, and like I said, the only knowledge I had with this game was when Lloyd was a cameo character in SoulCalibur Legends, which, if I ever go back and look at that playthrough, I mean, if I read his backstory, more of it will make sense. God, did I really, like, when I felt bad and stuff for Colette, I really did. Rain was a great help. Sheena, I didn't really like Sheena to start, but she grew on me by the end. Genis just, I know it's Koei no Shaughnessy, but like, just looking at it, Genis reminds me so much of Tails from Sonic. It's all in the voice, but it's all in the acting too. I didn't like Zelos, obviously. Regal, obviously Crispin Freeman, but like, I didn't really... I guess the one that I just neglected the most was Persea, then. As far as the villains go... who I'm remembering... yeah, the villains did as much as they could. On one hand, I kind of felt bad for Mythos, but on the other hand, he played us dirty, so, I mean... That's kind of the 22 sword. I did like Rodile, though. I mean, I'm a big fan of Darren Norris's work, but when we had that Rodile fight, that was pretty interesting, and the build-up leading to that. So he played his part pretty well. All the rest of them, though, save for like Yuan, I don't know. They kind of feel a little forgettable for me. Really, the fact that I'm not remembering them. So yeah, there's that. Just kind of doing this just to kill time. I mean, it's also hard to remember an entire 50-hour playthrough, start to finish. So, I mean, either you're going to remember the beginning of it, or you're going to remember the very ending, and right now I'm just remembering the very ending. So, it wrapped up fine, I'd say. The ending cutscene where they were naming the tree, which, I mean, I was stupid that the whole tree aspect or whatever was literally in the intro of the game, and I didn't realize that until the second time around when it was mentioned, a la Shenmue, so. But anyways, yeah, that ending was very serviceable. I mean, we set out what we needed to do. I kind of wish they would just tell us what the name of the fucking tree was. The post-credit sequences, finding out, like, what everybody did and everything, Kratos being blown off into deep space was definitely a choice. I don't know, it kind of feels awkward. I mean, if I was Lloyd, it would just feel awkward having, you know, my biological dad and my foster dad be in the same picture now. I can't relate to that as much, but that's that. So, just reading else with it. Overall, I mean, other than, like, Tales of Fantasia, there isn't really anything else, like, I can, relate this, game to. Because I don't know anything about any of the other Tales games. Nor am I really ever going to. I have absolutely no desire to play any of the other Tales games after this, and I'm making that as clear as day. Especially the sequel. This is one of the few, if not the only Tales games to actually get a direct sequel. Dawn of the New World on the Wiki. But, like, if there was any other one of these I would play, it'd probably just be Fantasia. I have no desire in playing any of these other ones, let alone playing 50 hours of this. That's just me being as biased as I am, that I'm not an RPG guy. I mean, if there's anything that I had to personally learn with this journey, outside of, you know, the main pillars that I wanted to do, was, you know, learn to forgive myself. Making this again. Learning to forgive myself, learning to accept things, and there's just saying on the move on and goodbye. Part of that acceptance is just realizing I'm not a big RPG guy. If I didn't grow up with a lot of these games, then it's really not going to stick to me now. And the big overlying factor of that is I just didn't have time. Like, I had to make time, and I had, you know, things not happened as they did 2 whatever years ago, I definitely wouldn't even be sitting here talking about this game. I wouldn't have played it. But, you know, I had to change something about that, and I wanted to make a judgment for myself. So, here I am, and that's how we got here. So, I guess the overall point I was trying to make is, it's not a bad game. Far from it. When people say it was a great game, and this game is dire to a lot of people's hearts, now I can understand that. Now I see what they mean by this. I didn't grow up with this game, obviously. In fact, I didn't even remember ever seeing it on store shelves. I didn't know a single person who had this game. So I went into this completely blind with little to no expectations, and those that were kind of low. But now that I did, I mean, the tears that were rolling down by the end of it truly changed my mind on it. So, would I ever give this game a second shot? Go through the rest of the side quest, do 100% or whatever? No. What's done is done. All right, I don't want to touch this game. I'm grateful for what it did for me, but I want this game in my past now. If that's fair and acceptable to ask. The only other thing I was thinking of, we didn't get to rebuild Lewin all the way, and there was that part that when I was floating around on the ship, when I got that, there was a hot spring sequence somewhere, somewhere off on one of the islands there was a hot spring, and we never got around to figuring out what that was about. So, other than those two, no, none of the rest of the side stuff in the game I really either had time for or was interested in doing. I kind of just wanted to stick on the main story and get to the end. Am I upset? I'm just asking myself questions. Am I upset that it took as long as it did? No. I mean, I said at the beginning of the game, I don't care how long it took. I just didn't think it would take this long. But like every single minute of the game meant something to me, whether I agree with it, whether I liked it or not. But like when this game pulled me, it did. So. Just trying to think of like what other questions and stuff would I do. I mean, would I recommend this game? Yeah, I'd still recommend it. I mean, for any basic RPG fan. I'm definitely glad that the combat system was the way that it was. I knew it technically was a multiplayer game, so if you had 2, 3, 4 other whatever friends that you could play with, you could do the battles with. Obviously, for my sake, and now you know why, I had to do this alone. I could not drag anybody in. One, I didn't have anybody else to drag into this, and two, if I did, I mean, Adam would be the only one. And for my own personal reasons, I could not. No, I had to sit through and get through this solo. And after that ending, now you know why. So, I'm very glad the RPG, or the battle system was what it was, because, true to myself, I can't stand turn-based systems. It's too slow. So I'm glad that I could just mash through what I could and just get to the end of it. So yeah, it definitely shows that if I am going to play an RPG, making something like Secret of Mana, like an action RPG or PSO where you can just do stuff in real time. That kind of combat I can sit through. But yeah, I mean, overall, I still recommend it. From what everybody on the internet's been telling me, if you're going to play this game, play the GameCube version because it's the only one technically in full 60 FPS. The PS2 version, though it has added content, was 30 FPS, and then they made the remaster and every other version based off that PS2 version. So, some extra bonus points that I played the right version that I did. Not that I was going to play it on anything else or buy a Steam version. I'm a little upset that I didn't... I mean, yes, I used a walkthrough. I'll freely admit that. Your first time around with these RPGs, if you don't know what you're doing, I don't think it's personally wrong to use a walkthrough if you get stuck or just kind of want to figure out how far. It wasn't that I got stuck in some parts, say for like a couple puzzles. It was more so like I just used the walkthrough just to see how long it was going to take or like how far out this and this and this was, and I was definitely using that bit. So I kind of wanted to get the printed book walkthrough, but I guess I didn't. So, oh well. There is an anime adaptation for this, and I believe it has a Blu-ray release, so if I come across that, I mean, if I'm going to re-experience this game, I'm probably just going to sit through and watch through the anime. Or maybe see if somebody else is playing this for the first time. We'll go through it. Obviously, I'm, keeping my lips sealed for anybody else who's going this for the first time, but if you're here watching this, and, spoilers alert. So... what else before I close the book on this? I mean, for the personal reasons that I was playing through this game, I don't really want to touch up upon any more than what I already did. It's just, I knew I had to do this. Not so for a former friend's sake, but more so for myself, because I needed to change my mindset. My awful, biased mindset on this, and I'm glad that I took the steps that I did. Despite, you know, some overly dramatic things attached to it, but, like, I'm glad that I gave something that I previously wasn't going to a chance, and I feel like that's a good, I don't know what's the word, like, perspective or adaptation of character growth. I was glad that I put the time into doing this, because, as I mentioned last time, like, anybody who would have had a bias against this, let alone even had the time to do this, wouldn't have done the things that I did. So, a little bit of self-brownie points that I did what I did. Other than that, God, no, I'm just absolutely never going to forget about this game. I mean, despite what I said, that I want this game done and over with, and in my past, though, what this game taught me, and the journey that I went through to get through it, yeah, no, that's unforgettable. This is definitely one of those unforgettable games if you're really tied into the story and the characters with it. So I'm glad that I, for my own sake, you know, developed and grew alongside the characters in their trials. Oh, poor Colette. Yeah, that was one of the sadder things, is just watching Colette lose her actual humanity, and then get deceived, like, watching everybody just get deceived over and over, and then get backstabbed and betrayed. Granted, by the end of the game, you realize why they did it, but that initial point going into it. That being said, some of the characters and their voice actors that I haven't seen before, I might have to follow their work. Like, Colette was voiced by Heather Hogan, and this is tying into something later. She did a couple characters for SoulCalibur, Fire Emblem, it was one of the original Duckies from Land Before Time, by the way. Like, Land Before Time 2, 3, and 4. We'll dive deeper into resumes later. But overall, I mean, as far as an RPG goes, yeah, when people said this was good, it was good, but they absolutely didn't tell me how heartbreaking it would be. All for personal reasons. So, yes, recommended, but for me personally, one and done. I cannot in good conscience, nor do I want to, go through another thing like that I did. Alright. Would please close the book on Symphonia. Goodbye. Moving on to our next segment. I really don't think there was anything else that I could have said or needed to say about Symphonia. I kind of just let the emotions speak for themselves. If you want to go back and watch that, the entire playthrough is up on my YouTube channel. So, my apologies, I'm drinking some awful dew. I might as well review this while I'm there. Moving on, going from one spoiler set to another spoiler set, and with fitting music included. Let's finally talk about this. I can't believe it was 3 years ago. Yeah, just about 3 years ago that I was sitting here talking about the 2023 Mario movie, and here we are talking about this. So, I saw this with Adam, obviously not the day it came out. I think I saw it like the Friday or Saturday. It was about 2 weeks ago. So we saw this 2 weeks ago, so I'm just trying to remember as much as I did from that. Needless to say, right off the bat, better than the first movie. The first movie from 2023. Most, if not all, of the complaints that I had from the first movie were rectified here. it's not even just the Mario Galaxy movie per se. It's more like the Nintendo Universe opening movie. I'm glad that I played Mario Galaxy, or at least a part of it, when I did, because like I said, it's not just the Mario Galaxy movie. There's a lot more going on that they also referenced outside of Mario Galaxy that we'll talk about going into this. Yes, it obviously focused on, Rosalina and Bowser Jr., which I had to remember he was in Mario Galaxy, because most of Bowser Jr.'s stuff in the movie was from Sunshine, like the paintbrush that sprays the goop or whatever. So, Bowser Jr. was more of his Sunshine perspective than he was from Mario Galaxy. What else? Might as well come out and say it. Throwing Fox from Star Fox into the movie was kind of... It was definitely shoehorned. I'll say that right off the bat. I was kind of expecting, like, the rest of the cast to follow in, like Peppy, Slippy, Falco, whatever. They didn't. No, it was literally just Fox that one time. Or, it was literally just Fox for the second half-ish of the movie, but, like, there was no cameo or anything or whatever other than that one animatic when Fox is being introduced. So, throwing Fox into this was kind of a question, and what kind of miffed me a little bit was either it leaked or Nintendo just kind of announced that, like a week before the movie, like, oh, here, Fox is in this movie. Like, they didn't just let us, they didn't just let us see that Fox was in the movie. They had to announce it, like, on a poster or something. So, I kind of wanted that to be a surprise. But what Fox did for the movie was, this, I can't focus. What the fuck is wrong? What Fox did for the movie, just kind of progressed the plot more though than it actually did for a Mario Galaxy movie. Just bring through the side sites of who even voiced Fox? Glenn Powell. What was this guy in? Glenn Powell was in a whole bunch of stuff that I recognize, but I can't recognize the stuff he was in. Speaking of weird and wild, the first quarter of the movie, as it shows in the poster, was essentially the Yoshi movie, or essentially all Yoshi. So, Yoshi being introduced, a la teaser at the end of the first movie. I will definitely say, as far as voice acting goes, Donald Glover was definitely a choice. And the segment where Yoshi was just traversing through... The segment where Yoshi was traversing through New York all by himself with the music playing, I kind of wish they were playing the rap song from Yoshi's Story in that segment, because that just would have been absolutely perfect. They're playing the Mario Galaxy soundtrack on the CD or whatever. But, like, Yoshi traversing through that, and then, doing what he did or whatever, and Yoshi being voiced by Donald Glover, which was definitely a surprise, just kind of leads me to my headcanon conclusion that, I'm just going to spit this out, Yoshi's canonically black. Yoshi's black, and this kind of just proved my theory. A lot of the other Yoshi-themed, or the Yoshi segments, especially later in the movie, where Mario and Luigi and Toad got all turned into babies, and Yoshi was carrying the Super Scope, and he met the T-Rex, which I haven't played Odyssey, so the opening part that was in like the desert or whatever, that was from Odyssey, and the giant T-Rex or whatever. I didn't realize that was from Odyssey, so Adam had to tell me that, but like, that's it. I meant where, Mario, Luigi, and Toad or whatever were turned into babies, and then they were carrying the Super Scope or whatever. Obviously, that was a Yoshi's Island reference, but I kind of felt like that was more... Or that was also kind of pointing to the Devo gun from the '93 Mario movie, if they're finally starting to recognize that. But also Yoshi's Safari, seeing Mario and Yoshi in the Super Scope all in the same place. There was the wall of weapons that Adam actually pointed out that had all the stuff, which is where Bowser Jr. got the Super Scope from. Apparently, Flood from Mario Sunshine was on. Yeah, but Flood from Mario Sunshine was on that wall of weapons. There's a lot of the stuff in the movie that obviously kind of just either flew over my head or I just didn't catch the eye. Or like just didn't catch my eye. So it's definitely a movie that you're gonna have to watch like 2 or 3 times just to catch everything. Or you'll go on one of those YouTube videos that says like, here's 75 million things from the Mario Galaxy movie that you missed. So I tried to catch and catch all the cues of stuff when I did. That was definitely the case with the music. Remember 3 years ago when I said like one of the worst problems that plagued the 2023 Mario was the licensed soundtrack where they just used a bunch of rock songs or whatever instead of actual Nintendo music? Gone. They definitely fixed the soundtrack this time. It was way better of a soundtrack this time, and I could recognize a lot more of the cues. Again, anything from like Mario Odyssey or whatever, I couldn't. Speaking of that, the one segment where Peach and Toad were going through the casino cube thing, which I couldn't tell if that was from Galaxy or Sunshine. Like, I know there's a casino stage in Sunshine, but like I couldn't remember if that was in Galaxy or whatever. The Wart cameo, it's not really a cameo, it's like minor role. But like the Wart stuff with Mauser and Triclide wasn't in there for some reason. Like out of all the Mario 2 bosses that they had, Triclide wasn't in there, but they had the crab guy, Claw Grip, and Birdo, which was nice to see Birdo, but at this point I'm more used to seeing Birdo as like, the protagonist or like on a better side than, being for what it was all Mario 2 stuff. So giving Wart and Mario 2 a canonical appearance was nice, especially with all the ninjas. So all the music cues and everything that they had with Mario 2, that touched me a lot. I like that. What else? I mean, there's so much to talk about, so I'm just kind of hopping in between things. Getting back to the actual Mario Galaxy stuff, who voiced Princess Rosalina? Brie Larson. Adam liked that, Brie Larson was, Princess Rosalina was good cast. Here? Yeah. The one thing I didn't understand, and I actually had to ask Adam if it was canon, and they kind of just made this quote-unquote canon for the movie. So if it actually is canon or not or whatever, why did they make Rosalina Peach's sister? And more so, why did they make Rosalina the older sister? That kind of confused me for the, I feel like it was just kind of just for plot's sake, or they're trying to retcon something or add something new into that. So, I mean, if parts of the movie are actually now going to be canon, whether Nintendo says it is or is not, whatever, I don't know. That just kind of feels, it's like, I mean, if that's the case, like, if Rosalina and Peach are now sisters, then what does that make the rest of the... Whatever. So that was the one thing that I guess, like, if that's the lowest point of this, then by all means, that definitely means that this was a better movie than the first. Everybody else played their parts fine. Yeah, the Mario Galaxy stuff that I could recognize for what I played of it, and, after the movie, Adam and I were talking that I should definitely probably go back and play the rest of Mario Galaxy. I don't know if I'm going to get to that on stream or whenever, but, like, if y'all remember, I only played through, like, a quarter of what Mario Galaxy had. Like, I got, like, 60-something stars. Like, just barely the basic amount of what needed to be. There was still, no pun intended, a whole galaxy's worth of that game, worth of content that I needed to play through. So, I mean, what I did recognize, it was good. What else was in there? Oh yeah, other references and stuff. When everybody got to the Gateway Galaxy, I like that Rob is in the movie, or I like that Rob is in the movie now, and the joke with Rob being as slow as he is when he was moving and pointing to the map where everybody was, that was fucking hilarious. That actually had me laughing. In fact, like, I think me and Adam were like the only people who were actually laughing as hard as we were in the movie. The movie theater was absolutely packed, by the way. Kids and parents all alike. But like when they showed Rob and he was showing as slow as he is, because you know how slow Rob used to be when he was out of the box or whatever. I couldn't find a clip of that online, but that was one of the more funny parts. What I did find a clip of, please don't dox, or please don't please don't take the stream down for this, but what I did find a clip of was Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi were talking about, getting a birthday present for Peach or whatever. This fucking part.
Mario, do you have feelings for the princess?
What? Oh, what? Can't a guy give his good buddy a perfect present to show her just how much she means to him?
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's...
I'm not in love with Peach.
And you know why I was laughing about that? That nobody else understood that reason was because there was actually a reference to fucking Mario teaches. Yeah, the fucking head from Mario teaches typing.
Can I sing a song for you?
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, there's amore.
When an eel lunges out and he takes a bite of your snout, that's amore. Get it? Amore eel? I say the funny.
So yeah, there were a couple deep cut references in the first Mario movie, but I guess if that was the deepest cut that they made, I mean, if they're doing another Mario movie and they're gonna fucking start referencing Hotel Mario, then yeah, we're on the right track. Anyways, that was one of the funnier parts. That and the Rob segment where he was just moving as slow as he did. So yeah, there were definitely a couple good laughs for what there was. The rest of the references were definitely on point. Mario and Peach going through Bowser Jr.'s castle. The second half of the movie had a lot of Mario Maker references, like when Peach's castle was destroyed and Peach was asking like, where the hell's the castle? And then, Luigi just straight up said it died. Then they were rebuilding it from Mario Maker. I never had Mario Maker on Wii, but like obviously I can I understand the references to that, so. But yeah, overall, I mean, like, definitely had a lot more reference points, and as I was trying to make, it's not just the Mario Galaxy movie, it's like the Nintendo Universe movie at this point. I mean, yeah, obviously it was more focused on Mario Galaxy, but like, throwing Fox stuff in, which, I don't know if anybody caught this, but on Fox's R-Wing, on one of the wings that said Super FX on it, and that kind of chuckled me, Super FX, Super Nintendo. What else was there? Yeah, I do feel like it's a movie that I have to probably watch like 2 or 3 times to catch what I missed. Oh yeah, the Honey Hive Galaxy segment. Yeah, they had the giant ass queen bee for Mario Galaxy and that, because when they were referencing a couple other Mario Galaxy stuff, I was expecting more on one side. Like they referenced the Space Junk Galaxy a lot, and we never even saw that in the movie. Yeah, there was the Gateway Galaxy, which I don't even remember it looking like that as it did when I was playing the movie. Yeah, there were a couple things that, I was... Man. There were a couple things that they were referencing that either just flew over my head or I just completely missed, so... Why they references all this stuff and then just never elaborated on it, I don't know. The whole Honey Hive Galaxy scene, oh my god, my brain is just racing everywhere because I have so much to talk about. I don't know, I feel like they're kind of elaborated on some things that either did need elaboration on, but overall, ugh. Should I just get into kind of the, yeah, let me just get into kind of like, where this is all leading up to. If you haven't seen, obviously, if you haven't seen the movie by now, that you just got all this spoiler stuff from, then you're about to be spoiled by the biggest thing at the end of the movie. Likewise, with Sonic 3 having the Amy reveal, which we now know going into Sonic 4, here's the post-credit sequence from the Mario Galaxy movie. That, again, if you haven't seen it now, you're about to be spoiled. So. Oh yeah, this this monkey that stole Toad's things, and that's just why they got chased into all this stuff. So whatever. Anyways.
There, you poor little monkey.
Oh yeah, they added sound effects for the fuck of it. And this is how we know we're getting another movie after this. I mean, we already knew we were. Anyways, this is gonna be a whole series now, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's the big catch-22, which I didn't even know until going into the theater that I knew that there was gonna be post-credit sequences, because actually I left. I remember leaving the theater early for the 2023 Mario movie that I didn't catch the ending credit sequence with Yoshi, the Yoshi Edge hatching. So I'm glad that I stayed what I did, because everybody on Discord saying, "Here, there's a couple post-credit sequences." So I just had a gut feeling that there would gonna be something after this, but big surprise if you haven't seen it already. Yeah, this just gives a lot to think about what's gonna be in the next one. So if Daisy, which again going back to my point, if Peach and Rosalina are now canonically sisters or cousins or whatever, then where the hell does Daisy lie in this? Like, is she a sister too? Ooh, is she first cousin? Whatever. We're going to figure that out when we get there. So, just kind of based on this one segment, there's a lot more in hope, or a lot more in leading up to what there is going to be. So, I don't know, future plans for this. It's going to be a couple more years, so, I mean, give it until then to speculate on who knows what. But overall, I mean, yeah, I do want to see this one again once it comes out on like digital, or comes to streaming, or comes on Blu-ray or whatever. I definitely want to see it again just to see what I missed. This one is probably going to be more memorable than the first Mario movie, because now looking back at it in retrospect, I mean, the 2023 Mario movie was good when it was released, but now it's kind of just like slipping in points. I mean, yeah, it's not the end-all be-all for video game movies, and I don't know what Going to Be is, despite, the first movie making $1.5 billion, and this one's already on its way to, 642. It's gonna get up there. So yeah, I mean, we got this, we got Sonic 4, looking forward to that next year. Speaking of Space Junk Galaxy. Yeah, I mean, this is one that I could probably watch a couple more times than I would the 2023 Mario movie. Like, if the 2023 Mario movie just comes on in passing, then yeah, I'll watch it. Other than that, I won't really watch it on my own. This one I will. It's just a matter of now that what they did in this movie and still calling it the Mario Galaxy movie, because, yeah, that's another thing I didn't really catch up on because I'm also reading the plot line here. Was there a theme park or whatever in Mario Galaxy? Because I know there was a theme park thing in Mario Sunshine where you meet Bowser Jr., but they made a whole planet Bowser or whatever, and I don't remember that. From the rest of mine also, I only played Mario Galaxy 1, so I didn't get to 2, and I know there were a couple things in 2, like when Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi or whatever were fighting Bowser and Bowser Jr., which was nice that they added the skeleton Bowser after Bowser fell in the lava pit at the end, which was, again, nice that they added, which is Super Mario Bros. Stuff. There were a couple items and power-ups or whatever from Mario Galaxy 2 that Adam had to tell me were from 2. So, any of the stuff that was in Mario Galaxy that I didn't recognize, I would either imagine was either made for the movie or for Mario Galaxy's 2's sake. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously the big one was Rosalina wasn't even kidnapped in the first one. It was Peach's Peach. So that's what they did for, the game's sake. I mean, yeah, I mean, they're not going to do one-to-one with the game, otherwise it would just be the game up on the game up on the big screen. What the hell else can I talk about? As far as, the whole viewing experience goes, I don't know, this was kind of definitely a better viewing experience, despite, the crowd being packed, all the kids in the theater behaved, which was nice, and I kind of felt like, you know, obviously it's a kids movie, you know, it's gonna be for kids, so there's gonna be kids there. But, like, I felt like most of the parents who were dragged there, or most of the parents who were there, were dragged by their kids and they didn't really have any idea what was going on for the movie, or they didn't want to see the movie themselves. So, me and Adam being the age of 20-something that we were kind of definitely just in our own bubble in that theater. It wasn't a Minecraft movie experience, obviously, thank God. So it's not going to be like, you know, Gen Z, Gen Alpha's going to be talking about this for the rest of all eternity. But no, outside of anniversary re-releases, this was like the first new movie that I saw in theaters in a good long while. There's not a whole lot of movies that are coming out in recent years. Well, no, I saw Sonic 3 at the end of, like, late December, early January when that was that, but... Or, that was, what, 2024, 2025? Yeah, so, other than that, no, like, most of the movies that I've seen in theaters in recent times have just been, you know, anniversary re-releases. Like, I saw Toy Story for its 30th, I saw Back to the Future for its 40th, I saw Jaws for its 50th. Come next month, I'm gonna see Shrek for its 25th, that's gonna make me feel old. Yeah, so for this being the first new release or whatever, this is definitely going to win some sort of awards. Like, even if the critics didn't like it, again, this is another one of those movies where critics don't like it, but it's more for the fans, so listen to the fans. I mean, critics don't know shit about Mario and whatnot these days. They want to see an actual, whatever is actually going to win awards. So, if this doesn't win awards at any award show or whatever, it's going to win awards in our hearts. It's gonna win something if it doesn't stretch past the $1 billion mark at the box office already. Other than that, yeah, no, I mean, I guess the points that I've just been trying to make is good casting. No Seth Rogen this time around, though. Like, there was only, like, a small Donkey Kong cameo, so I guess Seth Rogen just didn't decide to return for this one. Yeah, Donald Glover as Yoshi was definitely a choice. I mean, we were questioning the choices of these castings for their first movie. Like, why was Chris Pratt? Chris Pratt did fine as he is. It wasn't like last time where, like, everybody did the roles better as they did than Chris Pratt. Because, like, that was also what kind of plagued the first movie. It's like, Chris Pratt as Mario was, like, the weakest choice between everybody else, you know, voicing who they did. And Donald Glover as Yoshi, literally just being Yoshi. And again, we've come a long way from... I'm gonna scar everybody for this. We've come a long way from Yoshi, looking like that. So, if anybody remembers Yoshi looking like that. Oh yeah, that was another thing. After the Mario 2 Wart scene or whatever, like, there was one scene where Wart called Bowser and Bowser Jr. I thought that was going to lead up to something, and it just never did. Like, we just never saw Wart after that again. So, I was wondering if they're going to do more with Wart, but no, they just kind of didn't. So, if there's, like, a deleted scene for this that kind of explains things better, then I'll figure that out. But no, oh my god, Ed Scudder was actually Rob. This is kind of a personal journey, but I remember this guy when, this is all middle school stuff, but, like, I remember when this guy, worked on Dick Figures. I can't believe this guy went from Dick Figures to working on the fucking Mario movies. And Unikitty. So, like, I remember watching this a lot in, middle school. So, it's funny that I recognize that name, and then he went on to doing this, so I didn't realize that he voiced Rob. So... That just about wraps that up, though. I mean, obviously, you know, the big points were, you know, Fox McCloud and the state, Daisy being, you know, the big reveal at the end. I felt like they kind of should have done more with Fox other than just literally just being shoehorned in the movie for whatever reason. Because, like, without that, then, yeah, it would have been more of the quote-unquote Mario Galaxy movie. But, like, with Fox in here, which, whose idea was it to have Fox in here and then literally nobody else? So, it just, yeah, it opens up the horizons, but, like, I don't know. Did I cover everything that I wanted to, despite, you know, kind of being out of order? Just about. So yeah, that's the Mario Galaxy movie. Overall, again, better than the first movie. I would see it a couple more times if I can, especially over the first one. I'm just kind of eager to see where they go from here. I mean, if Daisy's going to be in here, now Fox is in here, then who knows? If not, then they're probably just going to end up turning this into Smash Brothers the movie, which, you know, how's Sakurai going to... We'll get there when we get there, so I'm glad that they fixed what they needed to for the first movie. We can get the soundtrack on CD or listen to the soundtrack, whatever. Because whoever did the soundtrack this time, I definitely have to give all props and credit to. Okay, moving on to our next segment. Boy, can I talk. I don't know if that... Yeah, not do. Might as well review this one, so... The next thing. What's coming next up on stream? We're gonna get into the next game reveal right after this. Like I said, I realize we have not done anything 360 related, absolutely nothing PS3 related, because I was kind of saving that for the second half, or the latter half, just to kind of give the PS3, the 360 some edge. Yeah, we're getting back into 360 stuff as soon as either like next week or the week after. I just got word that I'm gonna be busy next Saturday with friends, and I was kind of planning on starting our next playthrough next Saturday or whatever. So if we don't start it next Friday, then we'll start it the Friday after. But anyways, as far as 360 goes, I've added a lot of the games that I needed to and wanted to right now. In fact, I actually just picked up one new game today. So I have pretty much most of the games that I wanted to play, given the time that I allotted. I just kind of want to fill out, like, what can we fill out even more for the 360 that we haven't already showed off in, like, the beginning. We're done with what I majorly wanted to do was the 12-hour launch title marathon. We still have to do that for the PS3 as well, too. So one weekend, if my mom's out of town and I can squeeze another 12 hours out, yeah, we're doing another 12-hour marathon with the PS3, and I want to do that. I'm sorry. Beer time. I want to do that either on or before the PlayStation 3's 20th anniversary, upcoming in November. I have a little bit more research to do for that, but the other big thing is, I mentioned this a little earlier, I have the parts to upgrade the PS3 now that the new, annual firmware for the Blu-ray, that update is out, so I can get along with upgrading the hard drive, backing up the system, or whatever. I have that. I'm just being too lazy to upgrade that right now. But I have that, and I need to get around to fixing that up. So again, 1 terabyte hard drive. Let me pull it all out. Yeah, right here. 1 terabyte hard drive. It's all in here, and then for backups, I got the 128 gigabyte. So I just need to throw this crap into the PS3. And I've been too lazy to do that. Also, at some point, we need to do a PS3 VGL watch along. The caveat, though, is that, as I said earlier, there's not a whole lot of PS3 stuff, or like stuff I would play on PS3 versus 360, unless it's like for specific reasons. Like either the PS3 version has more content. If it's a multi-disc game on 360 and it's only 1 disc on PS3, then I would play it on PS3. So like that would be an exception. So like, case in point, like LA Noire is multi-disc on 360, but it's only 1 disc on PS3. I just don't know as much of the modding scene gracefully, hopefully, if I don't have to do any internal mods to the PS3. Not that I would know what to do. It's just I don't know what the modding scene is like for the PS3 as well as I do the 360. If I have to send it out to somebody, I don't know who. If I have to upgrade some internals, I don't know what. It's just, I don't know. This thing's foreign territory to me, and I need to figure out what can I do with it on par with the 360. But like between the two right now for this year, I mean 360 is going to get the advantage. I don't have my Xbox Live Gold activated again for a 360 unless I need to, and I'm just kind of keeping that on the back burner. That's like the one gripe with this mod is despite all that I've added into it, I still have to pay for the online, and I'm kind of only really want to do that 1 month at a time, instead of having to do that for several months or whatever. It's just, I don't want to sink as much more than I need to, and if there was a way that I can get free online with this versus the PS3, thank God the PS3 servers, for those that are still up, those are still free, and I can still play those online. I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom in a sec, by the way. What else am I trying to say? But like, as of right now, the only game that I could play quote unquote offline, for free is Black Ops 2, and for those who haven't heard the news, some asshole decided to DDoS the servers for Black Ops 2 specifically on 360. So that's why I've been playing Black Ops 2 Zombies on the PC version after Halo 2, because I can't play it on I can't play it on 360 right now. Because the servers are quote-unquote offline. Like, you can go into the game, but like it'll still say like 0 out of 0 players everywhere. And I don't think they ever fixed that yet. The PS3 version, for what I know, like a lot of the COD games on PS3 just straight up don't work properly right now. Especially Black Ops 1 and 2. Like, they will straight up either just freeze your PS3 or you need some bypass to get around it. So I didn't even have all the COD games on PS3. Not that I really want to play COD on PS3 over 360, but again, and again, this is all surfacing or whatever. The main point is I need to figure out what's coming up next on playthroughs for the game. I have most of the ideas that I have in mind. I have coming up for the 360. I haven't really figured out like what's a good line of stuff to play on PS3. I'd say for maybe like 1 or 2 games. I really don't want to do any RPG. It'd be like, no, we can't do any more RPG. We can't do any more RPGs, as I said for Symphonia. So we're gonna go back to what I know and the bread and butter that I know best. We're gonna do a lot more FPSs. And that's just kind of what the 360 does best, anyways. So a lot more of the games that were coming up on 360 for playthroughs are gonna be FPSs. You know, just by what I said about Call of Duty. Might throw a COD in there, see if I can do Black Ops 1. I have not done Black Ops 2 yet, despite me playing Black Ops 2 for however many years, 13, ongoing 14, never did the campaign. I only did Zombies and multiplayer for that, so I do want to check out the Black Ops 2 campaign at some point. I'm all speculating, but I have in mind what I want to play upcoming, and what we're going to play either next week or the following week or whatever, going into at least May or June. I mentioned this yesterday during the Halo 2 Weekly. Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach are also on the board. We need to do ODST first, and then we'll get to Reach. Again, ODST is going to be a solo playthrough. I'll get through that, and then I'll grab Adam, and we're going to do Halo Reach together. Just like the Halo 3 campaign. I haven't done either of those. Those are the 2 games that I've, in the original Halo series, that I just haven't touched around. Those will be quote-unquote summer blockbusters, so we're not getting into those until like July or August. So we got plenty of stuff to do before then. But yeah, it's going to be 360 for a little bit while. We're definitely getting back into that. So put the PS3 on the back burner. The PS3 will get its spotlight. I just need to figure out, what more can I do with it, and I'm going to be kicking myself every single day until I get that hard drive in there. So I don't know. Maybe next weekend, maybe the weekend after. I just don't want to put it off any more than I need to. It'll be better if I do it now before, you know, the next update or whatever comes for the firmware. So, but yeah, that being said, I mean, also teasing into what's gonna be our next game. Drumroll, please. Oh, I have been dreading this one for a long while. Speaking of upcoming FPSs and previous launch titles, yeah, it's time. It's time. I mentioned this during the launch title retrospective, and we only played the demo of it too, because I wanted to give I wanted to take a look at the full playthrough of this game. I've heard many, many infamous things about this, and I've played just a little bit of it. Like, I played through the first couple of missions long ago, and my god, I'm gonna warn you and warn myself, this one does not hold up. I'll be honest, a lot of the games that I even had planned for 360 playthroughs are more so on the darker and bad side. The more infamous stuff, the forevers. Yeah, stuff like that. So I figured if, you know, for all thematic purposes, if we're gonna start the launch of 360 playthroughs, not counting stuff that we're playing actually tomorrow, but if we're gonna start the launch of the 360 season or whatever, might as well start where it all quote-unquote started. So, yeah, that's next up on the docket. Is anybody else looking forward to that? No. Gracefully, this is gonna be a hell of a lot shorter than the last 3 months that we went through. Back to exactly. And we're only playing this on normal. I'm not doing, you know, like special agent, secret agent, or whatever. It's just gonna be A to B, start to finish. No side quests, no multiplayer, no other achievements. Perfect Dark Zero is a way shorter game. Thank God. It's like 8 to 10 hours worth. So I could probably beat this in like 2, maybe 3 sittings at most. That's just, I know myself, I know Rare, I know this era of Rare, and this was post Star Fox Adventures era of Rare, so I am not going into this expecting it to be as candy-coated as the original Perfect Dark on N64. So we'll be talking a lot, we'll be talking about a lot about that when it does. Do you guys mind if I go to the bathroom right now? Because I actually have to. Okay, I'm back. I promise you guys, it's not just the alcohol that's making me slur my words. I have so much on my mind. When I have this much on my mind, I can't speak coherently. So let me just try to put it in good terms. So yeah, Perfect Dark Zero is gonna be our next playthrough. Whoop de frickin' do. I realize, I realize if I start with literally anything else, could you imagine if I started the Xbox 360 season with fucking, what, cameo elements of power? That'd be a killer. No. That'd be a view killer, so. Yeah, Perfect Dark Zero is gonna be next, and you can see my enthusiasm that I'm looking forward to that after a 3-month-long vacation with Tales of Symphonia. It's going to be far from the worst game that we're going to play. No. It's far from the worst game that we've already played on stream, by the way. Nothing can probably be Batman Dark Tomorrow or Dragon of the 99 Dragons or anything like that. It's just going to be 360 era rare, and if you know the sad story behind that, then shave all your tears. Okay, that being said, I know we were talking to our asses off. That's pretty much all the major stuff that I want to talk about. So, Tales of Symphonia is in the books now, hopefully forever. The Mario Galaxy movie was great. I would go see it again. Probably not in theaters, but I'll just... If somebody shows it again, then I'll see it again, see what I missed. Got some 360 and PS3 stuff coming back up, and I kind of know what I want to do, at least for 360 between now and May, June-ish. PS3, I gotta figure out what the heck to do with it, as well as plan for that upcoming marathon, and then we get to see Teenage Perfect Dark, or we get to see Teenage Joanna Dark at some point. So all good, all in due time. Hey, you guys want to see what I got at the used game shop today? I did. I was downloading a bunch of stuff earlier this weekend, just for Wednesday, which didn't get done in time, so that's also why I had to move to Friday for the stream. But I did get a couple things downloaded. Let's start with the big one. Actually, went out to the used game shop today just to pick this up, and this was one of literally like 4 copies I could find that had a manual with it. We're gonna play this today. I'm in a SoulCalibur mood. In fact, I was actually also looking for I'm still on the hunt for a decent fight stick, and I found a couple at the used game shop, but none of them really suffice. One of them was like a 6-button one that I could have just used as like a placeholder one. It was $25, but it was a wired one, and it didn't have the dongle with it, so it was practically useless. The second one that I found had the button layout that I wanted. It was $100. It looked very decent. But the plate theme on it was Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And I'm like, I don't really play that. If I'm going to play 360 fighters or whatever, I might as well play one for a game that I'm actually going to play. So, there is one that I have in mind that I haven't found out in the wild, and I don't think I'm going to, so I might just have to eBay it. That is SoulCalibur 5 themed. And I also did add SoulCalibur 5. So I added SoulCalibur 4... 5, and Mortal Kombat 9 today. Mortal Kombat 9 we'll also talk about on tomorrow. But anyways, yeah. I was looking for a fight stick. I almost found one, but it wasn't like the right theme plate or whatever. It was the right price and right button layout and everything that I just didn't want to. That, and I spent a lot. Today. I actually had to get a couple gift cards for some friends, because got friends' birthday's coming up next week. But anyways, when I was downloading SoulCalibur 4 and 5, SoulCalibur 5 transferred over from the archive ROM set over to my 360 finds, and so did Mortal Kombat 9. SoulCalibur 4 did not, so that's why I actually have to go out and buy a disc for it and rip it myself, which I would have bought a disc for this anyway. I was still looking for this game. Actually, yeah. They actually had the strategy guide there too, so I bought the strategy guide as well, because why the hell not? So, yeah, SoulCalibur 4, big score today. And we're going to play that. As most of you know, I'm a huge SoulCalibur guy, but I have not dabbled into the HD SoulCaliburs. Oh my god. There we go. So SoulCalibur 4 and 5 are all kind of foreign to me, but speaking of, speaking of Tales of Symphonia from earlier and the dubcast for that, the lady who voices Colette, Heather Hogan, actually voices Amy in SoulCalibur 4 and 5, and she also voices Viola in SoulCalibur 5. So Amy and Viola from SoulCalibur 4 and 5 are voiced by Colette from Tales of Symphonia. So. Okay. A, B, C, D. Oh my god, what the hell's happening? What else is happening? Okay. So, where was it? Yeah, I got through what I wanted to talk about in like the first hour-ish. I opted in for adding in the complete edition of Mortal Kombat 9 that has more DLC and whatever. I forgot that Freddy Krueger was a playable character in this game. So we'll get to that hopefully maybe tomorrow or today. I don't know. We'll see how much time we have. So I wanted to do that because there's a big 15th anniversary. There's a big 15th anniversary of events coming up starting tomorrow on stuff, which also segments into what we're doing tomorrow too. Where is it? So yeah, now I have SoulCalibur 1, 2, 4, and 5 on 360. Where's 3? It was a PS2 exclusive. There was never not a PlayStation. SoulCalibur 3 remained a PS2 exclusive. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe it is the alcohol that's not making me talk. So yeah, we're gonna play SoulCalibur 4. Eventually, at some point, I am gonna get a fight stick. You know, it's just a matter of when. I know the one that I have in mind, and it's actually SoulCalibur 5 theme, which I don't care about. I don't care if it's SoulCalibur 5 over 4. Actually, no, the one that I want. Let me ducks on real quick. I'll show you exactly the ones that I was also looking for Grand Theft Auto today. Is this it? No, the one that I want is a Hori stick. What the hell is this? Yeah, like I like that button layout. There's a couple fight sticks that I was looking at that have button layouts that are different from that. Yeah, this is the one that I was told to avoid, actually. Despite this being a Hori stick, yeah, there's only 6 buttons, and from what I heard, like, if this gets stuck, it'll actually start hitting the buttons on the side here. So I was told to avoid this one, but, like, this is the SoulCalibur 4 themed one. The SoulCalibur 5 themed one, which this is the one that I want. This is the one that I'm looking for. Oh my god, it's actually way cheaper. And this is wired too, so yeah, decent button layout, decent stick. This one's made by Hori, so this is the 360. This is actually the cheapest one that I've seen. It's gonna sell anyways. Most of these were Japan only anyways, so 360 PS3. But like, if I can find this somewhere out in the wild for like even like 100, 125, whatever bucks, then yeah, this is the one that I want to get. I don't care that this is SoulCalibur theme, or SoulCalibur 5 theme. But like, if this one had the SoulCalibur 4 plate on it, then yeah, that would absolutely be perfect for me. But I've been told that this is a decent stick to get. Okay, just need to get that out of the way. But other than that, yeah, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Yeah, this is my first time playing SoulCalibur 4, by the way. not even gonna look at the strat. The strat guy was only $8, by the way. I think 15 for a copy, and then $8 for that was reasonably priced. I'm not gonna argue against it. Despite, you know, I'm still able to add pretty much whatever 360 game that came out on disc that I want to the console. Sometimes it's literally just easier just to buy a copy of or like buy a physical copy and then just rip it to the console than having to download the ISO, extract it, and then FTP it over. Caliber 4. What else was in this game? Likewise, if you couldn't tell, yeah, that's Yoda on the cover. This was the SoulCalibur where this version had Yoda on the cover, and then the PS3 version had Darth Vader, and then they had DLC for each other. Like you could buy DLC for Yoda on the PS3, and then Darth Vader on the 360. Fortunately, yours truly took care of all the DLC, and I've got both Yoda and Darth Vader on here. So, I wouldn't even mind buying this for PS3 as well. You know, PS3 is also good for fighting games. And honestly, the PS3 controller, or the PS3 DualShock, might even be a better standard fighting game controller than the 360. Stop staring at Ivy. Oh yeah, this was the SoulCalibur where Siegfried's voiced by Roger Craig Smith. It started before SoulCalibur wins. Wendy Lee's back. Great. Yeah, there he is. Which, this was 2008, so I want to say the newest Star Wars thing at the time was the Clone Wars series. Not the Gennady Tartakovsky one. It was like the CG 3D one. Yeah, that was 2008. Oh, they had a whole movie for it. So if this was a weird tie-in to the 2008 Star Wars The Clone Wars, then by all means, go ahead. Nightmare. Still a Nightmare main through and through. Who else is in this? Yuri Lowenthal, Steve Staley. Who is Steve Staley? Where do I know that from? Neji. Who was also
SoulCalibur 4.
Amiiboshi and Tsuboshi. God, what was he in? Gary McDougal. Oh, he was Clef in Magic Knight Raiders. That's where I know from. 2 terabytes and I barely filled up half of it. Last time anybody played SoulCalibur 4. Okay, you play on Xbox, your character creation. Story. Let's do arcade to start and then we'll get into story. And yeah, there he is. Darth Vader. Do I want to do a story mode of fucking Darth Vader? Go to... Yeah, there's gonna be a lot to unlock, as per the course. Customize a character. Oh, fuck. Nightmare. Stop staring. You have to unlock Cervantes, or you have to buy Cervantes, okay. Okay, well, let's just get into who I know best. I'm sure all the movesets and everything are in the
Her
strategy guide.
resolution gives her the strength to face her destiny.
My resolve cannot be swayed.
Let's see if this goes better than Dead or Alive.
Fight.
Oh, ace.
Just kidding.
What?
KO. Battle 2. Fight.
No replay. Oh, Jesus.
The battle has finished. Only the victor may proceed onward.
Dumb curiosity. Oh my god. Oh, that's fucking lovely. They put black text on dark red. Can you read this? Can you fucking read? Look at this shit. They printed it like this. I can't see any of this. Holy hell! I can't read any. Fucking look at that. I can't read any of this. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Right, this is a fighting game, so then they don't make it they don't make it the buttons that are on the controller, so it's A, B, and K. You have to figure out what button does what. Usually they label that on the controller. They did that for the arcade version of SoulCalibur 2, from what I remember. Like, my goodness, fucking look at this. Look at this nutrition facts label of fucking combo moves. And I know it's also bad lighting in here, but the text is so small and blurry I can barely read it with or without my glasses. Man, $8 for this, my ass. That's terrible. The background is dark red and you decide to make your text black.
For the weak that have died in vain, she unleashes her blade in the name of vengeance.
Why do you stand in my way?
Battle 1. Fight!
I'm gonna fight Mary Poppins. Oh!
Ring
Oh,
out!
okay.
Battle 2. Fight!
That's rad.
KO!
That works.
Victory belongs to the last one standing.
It's definitely a different announcer in this one than it was in the first 3 SoulCaliburs. Oh. Come on to me.
After conquering sharing both fate and death, ultimate power.
Aurora Borealis. Which, by the way, this past week was the 30th anniversary of Steamed Hams. To celebrate, I watched the short film, and I do mean short film, My Dinner with Skinner, also known as Steamed Hams if it was a critically esteemed film. Very good production for what is essentially a 45-minute show. My God. Has anybody here seen the movie My Dinner with Andre with Wall Shawn? It was essentially just a parody of that with a whole bunch of Simpsons references, which I understood most of them. Very, very thematic. It was one of the better meme productions that I've seen. I mean, how do you turn 3 minutes into a 45-minute short film? God. Come on. Ah.
Final battle. Fight.
Well, that's good. Well, X and Y do what I want them to do.
The battle has finished. Only the victor may proceed onward.
How was that?
You win. She risks her remaining life in her unrelenting pursuit of justice.
Wow, when she doesn't have an all out, she goes way more flat.
Curse your fate for running into me.
Battle 1. Fight.
I think she lost a cup size. Oh God. That range. Hey.
KO.
That'll work.
Battle 2. Fight.
Block.
Final battle. Fight.
Come on! Let some curve. It's time.
Did Rachel just taunt?
KO. The battle has finished. Only the victor may proceed onward.
This is just what I wanted. Manual. Yeah. We're advertising the OG SoulCalibur on XBLA. And speaking of Star Wars, Force Unleashed. That's good. Half of this is in French for some reason. Alright, so kick is B, block is A. Bumper. Alright, so X and Y. B. Alright, well, that'll tell me most of what I need to do, and I'll figure out the rest.
Cursed
Lizard
by fate,
Man.
he wanders the world in search of his soul.
Think of like Lizard Man from
Battle 1. Fight.
Killer Instinct. Crap.
KO. Battle 2. Fight.
Oh my god. Where was I at that?
Final battle. Fight.
Just out of dumb curiosity, or I'll figure it out later. Is the final bottle of this also Inferno? God, please! Thank you.
Victory belongs to the last one standing.
Oh.
After suffering at the hands of fate, he finally obtains the power to atone for his sins.
Give me darkness.
Why hasten your death?
Battle 1. Fight.
There's no worse battle than fighting myself. Ring out, ring out.
Battle 2. Fight.
There we go.
Final battle. Fight. Victory belongs to the last one standing. You lose. Battle 1. Fight.
Time to fly!
Battle 2. Fight.
Out of the way!
Ring out. The battle has you lose. Battle 1. Fight.
What's wrong?
Yes.
Battle 2. Fight. Victory belongs to the last one standing. You win.
I believe mine's over. Different.
A formidable.
Oh, right, more Star Wars crap. They really just have Duel of the Fates as a background music in this.
About your situation.
Okay.
Battle 1. Fight.
This really is just fucking Star Wars SoulCalibur. If that's the case, why don't they have fucking Darth Maul in this? Oh my god.
Battle 2. Fight. The battle you lose. Battle 1. Fight.
Oh my god.
Battle 2. Fight.
Damn hit on him.
The battle you lose. Battle 1. Fight.
This is bullshit.
Battle 2. Fight.
Just taking one stock off this guy. Ah!
The you lose. Battle 1. Fight.
Pointless. Damn.
Battle 2. Fight. Ring out. Victory belongs to the you lose.
I'll go into this, breaks my hand.
Battle 1. Fight. KO. Battle 2. Fight.
Pointless.
Ah, this fucks up my hand so fast. Huh. You know, if they're doing a scrolling wall of text, that kind of had a missed opportunity to make this like the opening crawl from any of the Star Wars episodes. Just food for thought. Okay, what is that one?
Only those who have conquered fate have a place on the stage of history.
Your powers are weak.
Stage start.
Take it they didn't get James Earl Jones to listen to this one. Shit. Oh, you really want me to do this all in one mic bar, huh?
Suffer.
What are you? Reveal your true form.
Battle, fight.
Come on.
Stage
You have
completed.
yet to master the way of the Force.
Okay, who did they get to voice Darth Vader for this? The guy who voices Darth Vader in most of the video games. So at least they kept it somewhat consistent.
Countless warriors have cast themselves into battle for the cursed sword.
It doesn't matter who you are. Just fight.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Stage start.
It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is the plan. So it's really just hopping between X and Y here.
Perfect.
Good. Damn it. Double perfect. Wake up, Anakin. Alright, why is vertical?
Give yourself to the dark side.
We still have cookies, right? Oh, they're doing quick times again. I remember this from SoulCal 3. What in the hell is that? It's supposed to be Star Wars, not fucking Lord of the Rings. There's one guy.
A formidable opponent awaits.
Oh.
I will remove all obstacles in my path.
Stage.
Alright, what RPG franchise are you from? Learning. Damn it!
You have learned
Stage
much.
failed. A formidable opponent awaits.
Run it back.
I will remove all obstacles in my path.
Stage start.
Luck.
Ice front! I'll crush you! I'll crush you!
God, she knows defense.
You have learned
Stage
much.
failed. A formidable opponent awaits. Stage start.
Don't make me laugh!
No. Finally.
You have wasted my time.
Really, I don't alter it any further.
Determination, obsession, hope. The fiery emotions illuminate the two swords.
Dark side of the Force.
Great. My main, my other main, and
Stage start.
my arch enemy.
You're in my way. Stand aside.
Battle, fight.
Anybody who knows the power of the dark side would be Siegfried.
My task.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Stop you.
Battle, fight.
I didn't let somebody as small as Yoda in the fucking SoulCalibur. Destroyed him.
Now understand the power of the dark side.
Training you must endure. Do or do not. There is no try. Now what?
That was quite entertaining. You have done well.
Oh boy.
This shall be my first battle in ages. You are a worthy opponent. Strong one. You shall be the sacrifice for my resurrection! Ah!
The curtain has been raised. Those chosen by history begin their final
I will
battle.
destroy any that stand in my way.
Indeed, you are powerful.
The force is strong with this one.
Stage start.
And he's got a double. Oh my god, he's got a double. Defense. Come on!
You have learned
Stage
much.
That was cheap. That was cheap.
The curtain. Stage start.
You disappoint me.
out, get out, get out. Get up, get up, get up.
But his ends here.
That can't be all right. No. He finds his lack of faith disturbing. Oh shit.
I shall release your power now.
Remember, Vader was DLC for the 360 version. He was already in the game in the PS3 one. Do I want to pay for Yoda for the PS3 release? Not really. That's better. What did I unlock? Fuck Yoda. One thing. Huh. Oh yeah, you get a couple of achievements just for opening up the game. That's what I got here. Yeah, these first three. Clear story mode with Yoda. Arcade mode. I got a lot to do there. Did I add any Star Wars games to the 360? No, I tried to add the prototype or whatever for Battlefront 3 and that didn't work. And I need to add First Assault. I was gonna add that later. I did want to add Lego Star Wars 2 at some point, but I kind of want to play that more on PS2. What else is in here? Do they even have... They should have Vader in here. In the book. Yeah, they do. They have Vader, Yoda, and the Apprentice. Great books. I was wondering if this came with the, I wonder if this came with a poster or anything. I usually check if they have posters. This one, I don't think does, but it comes with this huge layout thing. God. Side note / shameless plug, coming up next month for VCR Stream It, and actually doing me VCR, we are concluding the now 2-year run of the Star Wars prequel trilogy. If I can get those tapes in the mail in the next 2 weeks, come on, guys. We are going to be finishing off with Episode 3, the Revenge of the Sith. I had that due for May 3rd. I'd really like to get that in sometime. Because we've got Oh god, we got two things to do before that. So we have them right here. The next two VCR, and they're not even VCR, there's DVDs for most of the part. The next two streams that we have for our Sunday movie nights, Hoodwinked and Dougal. This one up to bat first. So, I'm very looking forward to watching Hoodwinked because I haven't seen this in almost 20 years. I'm dreading Dougal. But what needs to be done has to be done. I had a feeling these credits would be longer. You guys want to try SoulCalibur 5 next too? Because I got that on here too. Yeah, let's do a bit of SoulCalibur 5 after this. Actually, let me go watch my hands. YouTube's gonna have a field day with the copyright on this one. Yeah, we'll let this run. We'll try SoulCalibur 5. And then I don't know what after. Do any of you have any plans for Star Wars Day upcoming? May the 4th be with you all. Yeah, I could have done better. I unlock some stuff now. I do unlock a couple characters. This is who Colette voices in, or Colette's VA voices in this game. Buy that. Buy stuff to, and then Cervantes. Lizard Man. Cervantes back. Was there anybody cut from this game that was in SoulCalibur 2 or 3?
SoulCalibur 4.
Moving on, SoulCalibur 5. Every fighting game has a black sheep in its franchise. From Mortal Kombat to Street Fighter. SoulCalibur 5 is the black sheep of the SoulCalibur franchise. You know it's bad when Matt McMuscles even did a video on it. Alright, so we're moving from Star Wars to... When the fuck did SoulCalibur 5 even come out? SoulCalibur 5... This was 2008. Early 2012. So the PS4 and Xbox One were still well over a year away. Yeah, January 2012 on this one. One, two, four. It's gonna irk me so much that there's no 3 on 360. I have to play it on PS2. Alright. So, hey, all your favorites from SoulCalibur 1, 2, 3, and 4? Yeah, most of them aren't here. Oh, yeah, it's in Japanese because, reminder for the upteenth time, this is a Japanese Mall 360, so... I will definitely get way better at this once I have that fight stick. They did have a copy of SoulCalibur 5 at the store, but it was oddly the same price as SoulCalibur 4. And if I downloaded the ISO and it's working fine here... What is happening there? If it's working fine here, I don't need a disc. I was more hoping for a disc of SoulCalibur 4 than I was for 5. Why is this one... Whatever. Yeah, what the heck? Crap. My mouse was connected. And this was why. The green cord was out. That's why. Abracadabra. Oops. Never fear, I will fix this. I don't quick fix. That'll fix the resolution in a sec. A and B in. There we go. When I was out today, I also went to the thrift store kind of looking for a better LCD TV than the one I had, because this one I bought kind of sucks. I found 2 better ones. One that was an Insignia brand that looked really good, was a decent size screen. There were no buttons on the TV, and I couldn't even turn it on. Needed to have a remote, and it just didn't. So, and there was another one that was way bigger and looked way better, but I don't think it would have fit where my layout was. So I'm stuck with this thing until it craps out. Which, you know, I'm getting my money's worth for... What did I pay for this? Like $12 again? Literally just bought this at Goodwill. So I'm just gonna use this until this craps out. Anyways, 2012. Which version of Street Fighter 4 was out by this point?
5.
No, Ultra Street Fighter 4 wasn't out yet. Super Street Fighter 4 came out 2010. When did Tekken 7 come out? That was 2015. Tekken 6, I think. Tekken 6 was out. I only put this on just yeah. I don't want to play story right now.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
Yeah, as I was mentioning, hey, you know all those characters that you love from the first 4 SoulCalibur games? Most of them are gone and replaced by absolute rejects. Also, what the fuck is he doing here? We went from having an awesome collab with Star Wars to Assassin's Creed. Even pre-Disney, that's a huge downgrade. Anyways, Siegfried's still here. Ivy and her massive tatas are still here. Nightmare's still here, thank God. He was like the one DLC character that I could find for this, by the way. Yeah, you go from having massive DLC such as Yoda and Darth Vader to... Who is this? The fucking Count guy from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Anyways, Nightmare. It's time to duel.
Altar of light and darkness.
Speaking of new announcers.
How it shines like a beacon.
Oh great, Lizard Man's back.
Battle 1. Fight.
Or is this a different Lizard Man? Wait, is this best 3 of 5? Yes, it is.
Even when
okay.
The true victor never gives up. Battle 2. Fight.
I didn't mess around with the audio settings at all, but the audio balancing is... Oh, at least it gives you a built-in move list. What the f is all this? At least it tells you what buttons are what this time. So, you know, props to that over the first game.
KO. The battle rages on. Stand up and show your strength.
You,
Battle 3.
Speak up a little bit. Yes, we're actually doing best 3 of 5s this time. Okay.
Fall into the abyss.
Perfect. The battle has finished. Only the victor may proceed onward.
This guy shouldn't be announcing SoulCalibur. He should be narrating a nature documentary.
The fires of persecution draw out humanity's true self.
Your madness, how it shines like a beacon.
I have to fight.
Yeah.
Battle 1. Fight.
She was in SoulCalibur Legends, right? Yeah, no, she's Sophie's sister.
Go away! Forgive me!
Why am I...
Excellent. Even when severely wounded, the true victim never gives up. Battle 2. Fight.
Drown in darkness.
Christ. Come on, get up.
Excellent. Even when severely wounded, the true
Daughter,
victim
not
never
sister.
gives up. Battle 3. Fight.
Fall into the abyss.
KO. Even when severely wounded, the true victor never gives up. Battle 4. Fight.
Drown in darkness.
Here, stop you. Bitch.
KO. Only one fate awaits the defeated.
Your suffering. How it does soothe me.
That's Ruby. You keep thinking this guy's from
Will not
Sin
allow
Show.
surrender upon this stage.
Reminds me too much of How Maru.
How it shines like a beacon.
You seem very eager to die.
Battle.
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Struggle.
The battle rages on. Stand up and show your strength.
Struggle.
Battle 2. Fight.
Brace yourself.
Ring out. Even when severely wounded, the true battle 3. Fight.
How do I activate my specials?
KO.
It's gonna come down to the end.
The battle rages on. Battle 4. Fight. Ring out.
Out of here.
Even when severely wounded. Final battle. Fight.
Come on. Damn it.
KO. Only
In the fires of hell, we shall meet again.
battle 1. Fight.
I didn't get the score this time.
KO. Even when severe. Battle 2. Fight. KO. The battle 3. Fight.
Not yet. Forget it.
KO. Even when battle 4. Fight.
Nice to get more than a 2-hit combo.
Perfect. Only one fate awaits the defeated.
You only exist so that my sword skews you.
I don't know what it is. I don't really like this design of Nightmare as much as the previous ones. Especially 4. And then we just saw the... Oh boy, this again.
A new nightmare approaches the Fortress of Wind.
There's nothing to say. Ready?
You cannot defeat me, now or ever.
Battle 1. Fight.
That's about to lose to myself.
Not yet.
KO. The battle rages on. Battle 2. Fight.
Fall into this.
Phew!
Severely wounded, the true victor never gives up. Battle 3. Fight.
Struggle.
KO. The battle rages on. Battle 4. Fight.
Ready? You're mine.
KO.
I really just gave up a 2-0 lead.
The battle. Final battle. Fight.
Oh, no, shit! With a 2-0 lead.
KO.
It's over.
Battle 1. Fight. Even when battle 2. Fight.
That was bullshit.
KO. Battle.
He had me on a combo there.
battle rages. Battle for fight. KO. Final battle. Fight.
Thank you.
Excellent. Victory belongs to the last one standing.
Christ.
Soul Edge, grant your master his wish!
Winds gather at the Citadel as the Phoenix rises.
Your puny existence ends here.
Sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Who's this Dante wannabe?
One. Fight.
Be gone! Be gone! Be gone!
You're drowned in darkness, bastard!
KO. The battle rages on. Battle 2. Fight.
You're mine! Come! Show him who's boss.
Bastard!
KO. The battle rages. Battle 3. Fight.
Show him who's boss. Come forward! Mine! Be gone!
With this you burn!
Be gone!
Come on, come on, come on.
Engage!
There we go.
Excellent. Victory belongs to the last one standing.
Behold, Soul Edge, a weapon without equal.
Great. Myself. The only thing worse than fighting myself is also fighting myself.
Your madness, how it shines like a beacon. The nightmare will devour your soul.
Battle 1. Fight.
Beer match.
KO. Even. Battle 2. Fight.
Handle, not enough. Haste, squirt,
Oh my god.
KO. Battle 3. Fight.
squirt, struggle.
It would have been nice if I could have taken one stock off myself.
Your suffering, how it does soothe me.
Battle 1. Fight.
Hand over.
Even battle 2. Fight.
No.
KO. Battle 3. Fight. KO. Battle 4. Fight.
With this you learn. Not enough.
Excellent. Even once final battle. Fight.
More souls. With this you
No.
You only exist.
Battle 1. Fight.
Come on!
KO. The battle 2. Fight. KO. Battle 3. Fight.
Wish it was the last name anyways.
Struggle.
KO. Even when severely battle 4. Fight.
Done.
KO. The
Soul Edge.
battle 1. Fight.
More souls. With this you
KO. Battle 2. Fight. KO. Battle 3. Fight. KO. Battle 1. Fight.
More souls. With this you learn. More souls.
KO. The battle 2. Fight.
This is getting tired. Finally.
Ring out. Battle 3. Fight.
Swear more souls. With this you burn. Fall into the abyss.
KO. The battle 4. Fight.
Soul edge. More souls. With this you burn.
You didn't even give me a goddamn chance.
KO. The final battle. Fight.
Come on!
KO. Battle 1. Fight.
With this you burn.
KO. The battle 2. Fight. KO. Battle 3. Fight. KO. Battle 1. Fight. KO. Battle 2. Fight. KO. Battle 3. Fight.
I can't. This is too tiring.
The battle.
Soul Edge. Grant your master his wish.
I can't. It's too tiring. Let's do one more game somewhere else. I mean, while we're on the topic of SoulCalibur. Just get some stuff lurking. I'm just gonna do one more game for our night. And hopefully this doesn't fuck up my wrist. Can't remember the last time I played the original SoulCalibur on Xbox 360. So I usually just play this on Dreamcast, where it belongs. When did SoulCalibur even come out on 360? SoulCalibur came out on 360. No, it's not even on PS3. 2008. So this was. This was a tie-in for when SoulCalibur 4 released.
SoulCalibur.
I'm wondering if this is more of a port of the arcade version or a port of the Dreamcast version. Just a slideshow, okay.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
It says I get an achievement if I,
Welcome back to the stage of history. Welcome back to the stage of history.
That's the nightmare I know.
Nightmare versus Son Mina. Battle 1, fight! This victory strengthened the soul of Nightmare. You win! Battle 2, fight!
And this is what I also want a Dreamcast arcade stick for. It's loud. That works.
This victory strengthened the soul of Nightmare. You win!
Rock.
Nightmare versus Rock. Battle 1.
Wayne, you've been eating your vegetables lately?
Victory strengthened the soul of Nightmare. You win! Battle 2, fight!
I wonder if playing this will also strengthen my skills in my chance.
1, fight! This victory, you win! Battle 2, fight!
Ooh.
This victory strengthens the soul of Nightmare. You win!
Yeah, see, look at this. I was getting my ass handed to me at the end of 4 and 5, and I'm cruising through this.
Battle 1, fight! Victor, you battle 2, fight! This victory strengthens the soul of Nightmare. You win!
With the fishes.
Nightmare versus Yoshimitsu. Battle 1, fight! This victory, you battle 2, fight! You win!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Nightmare. Battle 1.
Clipping that. Oh my. Oh my god, that actually had me lightheaded. That actually had me lightheaded. It's how fucking funny that was. I'm flipping that. Wow!
This
oh my god.
Battle 2, fight! This victory strengthens the soul of Nightmare. You win!
もう引き返せないんだよ。
あなたを救いたい。
Sorry, sweetie. I've already saved myself.
Nightmare. Seriously wounded, but your soul still burns. You lose. Battle 2, fight!
the one CC.
You battle 1, fight!
Is this the last one before Inferno?
You battle 2, fight!
Yeah, you want to save me by kicking my ass with me, huh?
You win! Final battle, fight!
Damn it!
You battle 1, fight! Out of the ring! You battle 2, fight! You final battle, fight!
Bring on Inferno.
This victory, you win! Nightmare versus Inferno. Battle 1, fight! You battle 2, fight!
Woo!
Victories. You final battle, fight!
GG.
This victory strengthens the soul of Nightmare.
Didn't even need to finish my second beer.
You win!
God, fighting games fuck up my hands. It's not his father, it's himself. The legend will never die. Oh my god, such a good game. My heart's with Toshinden, but if... I always say this, if there's one arcade cabinet that I can have above all else, it's SoulCalibur 2. Oh my god, SoulCalibur 1 and 2 are such good games. And then 3, and then 4, and then so on and so forth. Maybe we should learn someday what went wrong with SoulCalibur 5. Alright, nobody's here, but that's gonna be it for me tonight. There is a lot of people that could raid. Kyle's on, Effie's on. Thought I raided Effie. He's on. Doc's on. Doc's hard. Dog's on. I want to read Dog. Oh, maybe. Roulette. Jazz is playing Hunt. Yeah, I'll just send you Kyle's way. The good old-fashioned. Oh, what a bit of a productive day. I got to talk about what I wanted to, despite not putting it into a coherent sense. I'm saving the VOD for this, by the way. We got to show off a new game, so yeah, just as a friendly reminder, we'll get to this in the end slate. We'll be back tomorrow because tomorrow. Oh. I feel like this is more of a port of the arcade rather than the Dreamcast one, but
the legend will never die.
No, it shall not. Do I just already have all the characters and everything unlocked?
Welcome back to the stage of history.
That's what I wanted. Wait, 3 characters.
Welcome back to the stage of history. Siegfried, Battle 1, fight! Welcome back to the stage of history.
Just because I want achievements.
Battle 1, fight!
Ultra hard. Oh, yeah, that's not happening. Arcade mode with all characters. That's a melee achievement. Adverse convictions. Summon surf. Summon suffering. We'll get to that at some point.
SoulCalibur.
Okay. Actually, we're not going to the main menu. We're just going to turn it off. Because I am done for tonight. But we are not done with 360 this weekend. No, far from it. Okay. Recap. So, as you folks saw, we've got new iron on the board. Got new SoulCalibur. We'll play a little bit of SoulCalibur from time to time, I guess. This is next up on the board for our playthroughs. Not counting what's coming up tomorrow, though. As kind of a hint, tomorrow is a big anniversary for a bunch of things. Tomorrow marks the 15th anniversary of a couple of things that have happened in the weekend. Mortal Kombat 9 released. Our next game that we're giving a 15th anniversary run for tomorrow. And the infamous PlayStation Network hack of 2011. That all happened this upcoming weekend. But I figured as a 15th anniversary little present for myself, I figured we'd give a little run to pretty much the game that just branched me out of Nintendo entirely. This and Call of Duty Blackouts, but pretty much the first major non-Nintendo experience that I had for the time. Tomorrow is the 15th anniversary of... Yeah, we're playing through this real quick. And I've played through this dozens of times before, so don't need any spoilers or whatever. I can beat this in one sitting. That's exactly what I did with the... when this came to Switch... I'll talk about this all tomorrow, but like when this came to Switch, I played through this literally just in one sitting. And it only took me like 3 to 4 hours, so I can definitely do this in one sitting. So, yeah, just as a little 15th anniversary present, yeah, Portal 2. Coming up tomorrow. I'm not doing anything else tomorrow night, so we should be able to start early and on time. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. This is not. I'm grimacing when we have to play this. I don't know when we're going to get to this. Either we're going to get to this either like next Friday or the following. And I kind of want to get to this just get this out of the way by next Friday, because I'm going to be busy next Saturday, doing stuff with friends, and then, Sunday's VCR stream night. Which is, again, VCR stream night the next 2 weeks. A actually decent movie, a not decent at all movie. So, be on the lookout for these two, oh my god. Be on the lookout for these two in the, next, couple of weeks. Alright, I'm done here. Let's go see what Kyle and friends are up to. Put that back. Done and done. Take care, folks. Good night. See you tomorrow.